Alright, this is Calibos, and we're playing Project Ozone 3. So, this is a new thing. What it is the interior is a 9x9, and it's about 6 high inside, and I've put the blaze spawner pretty much dead center it. Now, you'll notice that it is dripping water. If you want blaze rods, water is not the way to do it. That's not what the water's in there for. It is having that effect, and it's kind of annoying, but best I could come up with at short notice. But the idea is that I actually want the blazes to be pushed forward, and that is what the water is in here for. So there's a sign that keeps the water from getting here, and then I can just pop the blazes and stuff. Now it's not a very good model. You can tell that it's just collecting stuff. The water should be having it all drop in, but it's not. But, you know, nobody's perfect, even me. I know, it's a shock. But we will be able to farm blaze rods out of that, kind of. And later on we can get a better model, and that's fine. But that will totally be later. As it is, we now are up to 6 blaze rods, it looks like. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that does this, which gives us another blaze mesh. Which we can do that. Then when we have some more item ducts, we can do some stuff with that. So at this point, I would kind of like stuff to do with the power. That's really where I'm at. And again, I'd kind of like to drift towards not having to make gravel or sand or dust on my own anymore. And let's look at the quest book really quick. So we've got this one. That wasn't a big deal. Landium. Did we? We didn't see any of that, did we? Alright, well maybe we need to look into Landium. These are storage drawers really quick. Stygian anvil. Oh, this looks like woot. That's great. I'm not especially worried about woot right now. It's cool. Don't get me wrong. Totally cool. So woot generates mobs. Well, specifically it's a mob grinder that's mob free. You know, it just generates the loot, which, you know, is not a bad idea. I think that it's kind of gotten a little bit clunky now. I'm not really very excited about everything is turning into super giant multi-blocks. And look, we could make solar panels. Where is it? You know, I'm not seeing anything like I'm looking for. In case you care, this is the alphabet. I'm sure you've probably already figured that out. Sigma. Okay, I don't know any of that means, and I've decided I don't care. So, what we need to do is we need to make latex. So, in order to get latex, we have to make a tree fluid extractor. Oh, look. It has different ones produce that's cool. I mean, I don't care, but it's cool. Overworld apple. Right, that takes you back to the overworld. Dimensional edibles. So let's make a tree fluid extractor. So iron gear, a furnace, redstone, and some stone. That seems reasonable. We can do this. We can ring up some iron over here. Let's just get the rest of our ingots all in one place while I'm thinking about it. There's that furnace. Let's pick up some iron and iron gear. Tree fluid extractor. There is no quest for this, but I'm very excited about it. So this doesn't actually require power. What it does require is wood. I think this is generally going to be where I'm going to have my tech for the moment. And we want this to face the other way. So, yeah, let's do that. So what this does is if you put a log in front of it, it begins to fill with latex. Eventually, it will use up the log. How about block placer? So, you'll notice that this is from a mod called Industrial Foregoing, and so is this. So this requires plastic. Nearly every block in Industrial Foregoing requires this plastic. So, you know, this is how we get the plastic. So we take the fluid latex, and then we put in the latex processor. And this makes tiny dry rubber out of the liquid latex. And with tiny dry rubber, you make it into dry rubber, and then you cook that and you get the plastic sheets. It is not exactly a speedy process, but it can be done, and it will be done, and stuff. So we're going to need this redstone here. We're going to need a block placer, which means we're going to need a piston, which means we need some wood. Piston. Like a block placer, and I'm thinking this one will work, hopefully, maybe-ish. I guess we'll find out. Trying to remember if this one needs a redstone clock. If it does, we're going to have problems. Not big problems, just annoying problems. Which means you're going to have to watch me break stuff down. Okay, so clearly we're going to need some sort of clock. Typically I will use this one, but it requires 5 more pieces of redstone than I have. So we are going to sift for redstone. You guys are going to get to watch. We're also going to get rid of this. Ooh, another thing that I wanted to do, and you guys are going to be forced to watch. Because, I mean, it's like kidnapping, right? I mean, it's not really like kidnapping. But you guys get to watch what I'm doing. And so you're pretty much stuck watching what I wanted to do. Which in this case is, we wanted to make a sledge. I can't remember if we... That's what I came over here. If we were looking at... part builder who wants to build the hammerhead like that, and this requires a binding, a stick. Part builder, stick. And we need to make a cast, so let's chuck this in here. Throw down for some gold. I think it's going to need 2 or 4 or something like that. Turn that off. Let's go check on our wood. So another thing that's going to happen is I'm going to have to build a... whatchamacallit. We're going to automate that up so that we can start collecting the latex. I think that I know a way that I want to do it. The other goal is going to be to... So what we're actually heading for is Material Stonework Factory. I have no idea why this requires pink slime. I think it's pretty much just to get to be annoying. Pink slime means that we have to get into the mob grinding section of this, which, you know, I don't object to super much, I guess, but I'm not precisely certain the reason why somebody would care. I don't know. It's whatever. It is what it is. And we will make something of it. Alright, so we've got 4 in here. So that only required 2. Okay. So let's get some iron really quick. We'll chunk down some of these. Turn that on, hope that's enough. Ow. So next thing we need is the latex processor. So the latex processor is going to require more iron, a single piece of redstone, which we are currently in the process of making. And that. So let's build one of these. We now have an iron sledgehammer. So I'm guessing that this works like the ex nihilo hammers. I'm not precisely sure. Guessing. All right, so the goal here okay, so it does work just like the ex nihilo hammers. Perfect. Now we want redstone, so we're just gonna chuck that in there and go away and wait for redstone to happen. So we needed some iron. Got some iron. I think we need some glass and some tin. Glass. Tin. I think we need some furnaces. 2. So we want one of these. And then we want one of these. We want one of these. Now we need redstone. Oh, look, it's redstone. Who knew? Latex processing unit. So this is a step further along our bridge here. So now what we need to do is we need to get the latex from there into the processing unit. We're also going to need to make our platform a little bigger, I think. Alright, so we've got the latex processing unit. We'll put that here. This is not going to be like the end stop of everything. It's kind of in the middle. I have to figure out how I want to arrange this off as well. But we do need to figure out how to get water. And I am kind of partial to the aqueous accumulator. Which is going to require 2 pieces of redstone, some glass, a device frame, which we can do. So we'll chuck this in here. Like so. Grab out the rest of the copper, melt it all down. We can grab all the loose pieces, I think, and consolidate those into here. Once we get a little bit further along, organizing this will become easier. Oh, look. Having all of your pieces in one place does make it easier to determine. There we go, copper. We need 4 of these, as I recall. Come on, there we go. Alright, so now we need 2 of these. 1, 2, oops. 2. Looks like we could definitely use another bucket, so we need some glass. Any glass. Servo. Alright, so let's look into this. So I definitely need some sort of platform to, well, I could just cook this down. I don't have to worry too much about that. So let's chuck all that in. I definitely need some sort of platform where I can more easily set up exciting things. Such as the whatchamacallits. Wow, not functional today. A place where I can process the gravel and stuff into all of the previous things without vein mining the platform. So I'm going to have to figure out how I want to do that. I'm probably just going to do something along the lines of this. So I want to make it not... I will typically be doing a 4x4 pattern. So it has to be bigger than 4x4 because diagonals count. So a 6x6 should get me all the way to where I need to be. 2, 3, whoa, that was weird. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, one more. Hey, the blood moon's rising. Let's check. Alright, so it does work. It is really unfortunate that this doesn't do vertical. So that is 64 blocks right there. Because each one of these is 4 by 4 by 4. 4 times 4 is 16 times 4 is 64. So this is a cube of 4. Ta-da! Didn't I have a smashing thing? Oh my god. Did it break? Did I? send it somewhere. There's a stone hammer. What happened to my iron hammer? Did it break? How frustrating is that? So it's either broken or I have put it somewhere. Like there. Guess didn't see anything. 2. So we have reached the end of our episode. I've done a little bit of stuff, not too much. It's really just a matter of capitalizing on our success at this point. Everything that we have done to this point, you know, is not terribly difficult. We could definitely reproduce it fairly easily. But what they are is important steps. And where I'm probably going to try to organize that platform a little bit. Set up kind of an overflow for the lava, and a couple of other things. I'm going to set up some stuff to process in here, because we definitely are going to need more redstone and stuff like that. We're starting to get diamonds. We have a few. And until I can get a little bit further along, what I may have to do is copy this setup and have one each for diamond and iron here. And we may investigate the possibility of having one for flint and string as well. But we'll see how it works out. And yeah. So I'd like to thank everybody for coming. If you liked it, leave a like. If you don't. Questions, comments, concerns can all go below. Hope you folks have a great night.